Hello, my peepers. Welcome to a new episode of A Color Along. This time we are doing Color My Sketchbook Characters by Bennett, Klein. And we are doing Steampunk Shnauzer using the Blick Studio pencils. I have a cup of tea with me. The sun's been out all day. Let me see what the temperature says. It says it's 47 out. Hold on. Making sure that's right. Oh, it's 41 out. Whoop. And it's supposed to be warmer tomorrow and then warmer on Tuesday. So yeah, the sun is out. It's a nice fall day. I took a shower, put on clean pajamas, but I'll probably change my top because tonight will be a live stream. You won't be seeing this today, but this will probably go up tomorrow on Sunday or Monday. Today is Sunday the 4th, but I probably will put this up on Monday the 5th. And yeah, so I've been busy. Let's see, I'm going with light gray. I was busy this morning. I made 4 pencil reviews. One will go up in a little while. And then I have one for each Saturday this month. I was supposed to do it yesterday and Saturday, but it did not get done. So we have enough to do one for each Saturday this month. I am taking this light gray and I am very carefully going over all of this hat. I'm probably doing it wrong, but again, it's my coloring book. I can do what I want. Actually, this is grayscale, so I'm just going to take this and just do it lightly in the light part of this. Okay, so again, it's light gray and just in the light parts, again in here and here. Little bit here. Just where the light parts are of this hat. I am still learning grayscale, so please bear with me. So that's the light gray. Now let's see, let's go in with cool gray and do a little bit of the medium colors. Just it's not going to show up like it will on other parts, but we want this hat to be more of a black, so where the medium colors are, that's where we are going with this color. This is part of, we're going to do this too, because this is part of the band, the hat band. So, yeah. So yeah, I was supposed to make the videos yesterday, but I did not get around to it. I have a bunch of flip throughs, and I can do those during the week. And I have black, because we are going to do that like in the shadows. It's got some. I think this is why I haven't colored too many of Bennett Klein's, because I am still playing around with grayscale. So did everybody remember to turn back their clocks this past weekend? You probably won't be seeing this video until Monday the 5th, I'm believing. Because I don't do color and chat videos on the days I babysit. So if I can make them in advance for those days, then you will have something to watch. I'm going to sharpen this. So how many of you are doing this color along? And what are you coloring? I'm just going back over where the darker parts were. Yeah, I'm liking this. I want more black in this top hat there, but it doesn't need to be really black, so I'm just playing around with it. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do my color alongs starting next year, because we all like color alongs. But I'm thinking I might just do one picture of the artist for the whole month, unless it's a quick picture. And then the rest of the month I want to work on buddy colors, and I am picking books that I have not colored in yet. So like the end of the month, or yeah, the beginning of the month, I'm going to show a couple of coloring books that I want to do buddy colors in. And if you want to join me, you can do that. I have been busy reading all weekend. I just finished a book that I was not happy with it. I mean, I can't say that. It was a good book. I didn't like the lifestyle in the book. Just doing a little bit more in here. Some more shading. I like romance books and I like erotic. But this book I just finished was BDSM, and it was in a club with a lot of sex involved on it, and everything that I know about, well, I don't know a lot, but what I do know of the BDSM is it doesn't really have sex involved. And they made, I don't know, it just, I felt like there was too much what I would consider emotional abuse. And self-esteem really bad. What was the word? Disrespectful of yourself. It just was, you know, I read 50 Shades of Grey and I was okay with that one. This one I wasn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, 50 Shades of Grey is not the greatest series, but it was a fun series for me. This book I read was the 6th book of a series, and there's no way I'm reading the rest. Okay, I'm going back in with light gray. So my review goes up Tuesday for this book. And I did give it 4 stars because I did like the storyline in it, and I did like the characters, and the book was what I would consider well written. I'm gathering that's not part of the hat, that's like a steampunk thing. I don't know. I can't describe it. So I guess when I sign up for books, I really need to read what they are about. So if it does say BDSM in them, I'm not reading them because I don't like how they're portrayed in the books. Okay, I like that. So there's the hat. And I see that I'm already smudging, so I need a piece of paper. Okay, and I better erase that. My husband had a miniature Shnauzer when I met him, when we started dating. I am going back in with the light gray. Her name was Pebbles. And she was already getting up there in age when I met him. And I am not a small dog person. I like my big dogs, and her and I just could not click. She wasn't mean to me, and I wasn't mean to her. We just didn't click. Now, they also had a cat, and her name was Kitty Cat. That's what they named her. And she loved me. Her and I had a really good relationship. I'm just doing light where the light parts are, and then we are going to go back through and flick color in. So yeah, if I was visiting with Scott's parents, he would sit next to me and he'd call Kitty Cat, and she would totally ignore him and come running to me and sit in my lap. And he would get so mad at her. It's like, well, she likes me. Yeah. But Pebbles and I don't know. I think she would lay next to me. I don't really remember that much. I just know I am not a small dog person. And she was a barker, and I don't like barkers, as you know, because my dog drives me up the wall. I've always had large dogs, and the ones I have had were not barkers. They would bark to let me know someone was in my yard, or someone pulled in, you know, we had company, and as soon as I said, okay, they would stop. And Daenerys does not stop. It is very obnoxious. In fact, I had one dog who would she would let you in, but she wouldn't let you leave. So I'm just doing some flicking. Yeah, I've always owned German Shepherd mixes. We had a German Shepherd wolf mix when my husband and I first moved in here. She was my uncle's dog. He lived right next to a school, and she was constantly getting loose, and he was afraid something would happen to her, so he asked if Scott and I would take her. So Scott and I took her in, and she was 16 years old when we had to put her down. And then when I was pregnant with, I think I got her before I think I got her the year before Justin was born. Scott got me a German Shepherd puppy that one of his friends that he knew had free German Shepherd puppies. I don't think they were purebred. She looked it, but I don't think she was. She might have had a little bit of something else in her, but she was my birthday gift. So we raised her with Caesar, and Caesar I couldn't let be around my babies because she had been abused as a little puppy, which is why my uncle had her. He took her away. His friend owned her, and he took her because she was abused. She did not like her feet touched. And so because of that, there was no way I could let my children crawl all over her. Because she might have snapped at them if they'd have touched her paws. No, so when they got a little older, then they were allowed to be around her, of course. You know, and we'd explain, you can't touch her paws. I don't know what the guy did to her paws, but you could not touch the paws. She also was I had to teach her not to be afraid of us, because the first time I used a fly swatter, she went cringing in the corner, and I'm like, no, I can't have this. So I would take the fly swatter and very gently show it to her face and run it down her body to show her that it was okay. And after a while, she was fine with it. And I had to do the same thing with, I had used a rolled up newspaper once because I couldn't find the fly swatter, and she went cringing, and I had to show her that too. But she ended up being a really, really good dog. And I think that she would not put up with any crap when she got a couple years old. She was like 1.5, I think, when we got her. And then my uncle's friend had said, whatever happened to that dog? I'd like to slap her. I don't know what my uncle said to him, but I told my uncle, I'd like to see him do that to her now as her being an adult, because if she remembers, which most dogs do, I don't think he'd have a chance to bring that hand back to smack her. What is wrong with people anyways? So I don't know whatever he did to her paws. I just know we couldn't touch them. If we showed her, we had to clip her nails, and if the vet clipped her nails, that was okay, but we had to show her what we were doing first. But I told my uncle, I'd like to know who this friend is, because I'd like to slap him. But once the kids got to be a couple years old and they understood, don't touch her paws, and they would play with her. They'd go outside and throw the ball around, and she loved the kids, but I could not trust her with little kids. Which wasn't an issue because of the wolf in her. She did not like to be in the house at all. No matter how cold it was outside, she had to be in the house. And she was like that with my uncle. She hated it in the house. So she was one of those type of dogs that was always outside. We had she had a dog house that was insulated, and she had logging chain. For her chain, it was really long, so she could get a lot of exercise, but she broke all the other chains, so we had to use a logging chain for her. We had a dog run, not a fenced one, but like a line that went from like one tree to another that was like really super long, but she broke that. I think it was just the wolf in her. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. Might add in some more gray though. Let's see. What's this gray? This is slate gray. I think we'll add some of that in. Just wanted to make sure you could see what I was doing. I have crock pot going with pork chops and some broccoli in it with some cream of mushroom soup, and when it's almost done I'm going to add some shredded mozzarella cheese to it, or cheddar. I can't remember what I bought. Probably cheddar. I know I've told the story of my dogs before, but I also know I have a lot of new subscribers. Molly's sleeping over here. I can hear her snoring. Okay, I don't want to overdo this because then it's going to look like crap. So let's go back in a little bit with this light gray. He is cute. And I have to do his nose. I like him. Okay, for his nose, let's see. We have slate gray. And black. There we go on him. What's our time like? 31 minutes. Should we keep these short? I'm liking them short. I know I need to look up steampunk colors too, and a lot of it's metallics. So these here I might do in my, I don't know if I'm going to do those in my Derwent metallic pencils or my Marco pencils. Not sure yet. Or maybe combine them. That's what I'll probably do on these. This here, I need my, those are going to be metallic pencils too. Now on here, I'm not sure. What do we do with his eyes? Those are more of like a brown. Let's take this, what is this? Raw umber. Raw umber. And dark brown in the darker colors. So there's not a lot here. I don't think we need 3 colors. There's his eye, and then we will add some of this here. There's his eye, and it looks like all you're seeing on here is fur, so maybe I need to go back in with the fur colors. And then we'll probably use like a clear gel pen to make it shiny, because it's a glass lens on here. So we can go over that with the clear gel pen. I am liking it so far though. I think that's what we're going to stop at today, and then we can work on some more of him next time. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will have a link down below for this coloring book and for the color. Oh no, these are Blick, so you can get them through Blick. The studio pencils, you can't get them on Amazon, I do not believe. I will look, but I don't think you can. Doesn't mean you can't, but I will look anyways. And stay tuned for part 2 of this. And I will talk to y'all later, my peepers. Bye-bye.